Oi there, good afternoon, YouTube. It's me. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Chad, aka Rue here. Anyways, we are back with take two of part two of the previous video, which was the underrated slash underappreciated CD collection review thing, where I also talked about a little bit about my music project, industrial slash new metal project, Sins of the Scales. And first of all, first things first, I got the same bracelet on again. And the only reason why I'm recording this take two, quote unquote, part two, whatever, is because unfortunately, the original first take got, it wasn't taken down, but it failed to upload. I got a notification saying that it failed to upload to YouTube. So yeah, then I just was kind of just, forced to delete it. And now I'm re-recording this take two. So this is going to be I think the problem was I recorded for too long and I talked about way too many fucking albums and CDs and fucking, music in general, but which is no big surprise for those of you. If you know, if you know me, I mean, it's one of those low key things. I mean, not really low key, but I mean, I'm just kind of joking about that now. But first of all, I'm still wearing the same shirt from last night or earlier this morning, whatever. SOS, or Scums of Suburbia, shout out to them. I saw them live last Friday night at the Garden Amp. So, yeah. Big shout out to them, and shout out, of course, to my boys in Lace Inhaler, or Lace, the band. My good friend Aiden, of course. If you're watching this, thank you very much. All right. So, yeah, I basically, to put it simply, I'm friends with Lace now, and I'm a punk rocker now. I'm part of the hardcore scene. I mean, I like punk rock music, or hardcore, actual punk rock, not the pop punk, Green Day or Sum 41 or Blink 182 or whatever, but the real shit, like Black Flag and the Minutemen and Agent Orange, etc. But yeah, this is basically, if you like that style of music, definitely check out Scums of Suburbia. I'm pretty sure they're on Bandcamp, but when I saw them live, they were really fucking good, of course. So I mean, but Lace kind of blew the roof off of the area that I saw them in, anyways, the indoor locker room thing that I was in. But yeah, Lace is on Spotify, and like I always do with my videos, I will include links in the description, so they will be dropped down below. The links will be in the description. I will include Lace Spotify, SOS's Instagram, my Twitter /X, and my personal Spotify, also Sins the Scales Spotify, so you can go listen to us. You know what I'm talking about. I always put links in my videos in the description. Always put links in my description. So, anyways, without further ado, also, actually, I'll show you guys too. I'm even wearing the same pants from last night. Some of my dragon scale pajama pants that I bought last year. So yeah, they're pretty fun, very comfortable. But yeah, I'm still wearing the same shit from last night. So anyway, this time this will be the basically simplified version of this video. So I mean, if you can't stick around for this one, this should only be maybe a 15-minute video max, basically. Please feel free to go watch something else, or actually go do something with yourself. But anyways, we only have 10 CDs this time. So yeah, we'll get right to it. First of all, we have Unida or Unida, whoever you want to. I pronounce it Unida. So we have Coping with the Urban Coyote. This is a stoner rock / stoner metal band, desert rock, whatever you want to call it. From this album this is a reissue copy, but I believe this one, yeah, this is like the whatever, I believe 2010, I think, or like either 2009 or 2010 reissue copy, or wait, sorry, no, it says right here 2013. This is a 2013 reissue copy, and yeah, this album was originally released in 1999. This is one of John Garcia's other bands outside of Caius, after Caius technically broke up for the first time before they reunited. So yeah, also in the 2010s. So yeah, if I remember correctly. But yeah, my favorite song off of this one is probably, if I'm being honest, probably Human Tornado. But yeah, I'll give this album a good 8 out of 10. Just really solid, desert rock, or whatever you want to call it, sandwing core, as I was joking about last night. But yeah, next we have, oh yeah, by the way, I couldn't remember what all like CDs I was talking about last night. Like I couldn't remember all the names and everything. So yeah, if I'm actually, you know what, I'm gonna pull out another one here. So where is it? Hold on, I'm just trying to find the freaking thing. Wait, did I already put it in here? No, I did not. Oh boy. I'm gonna be yeah, this is it. Sorry about that, guys. I just had to find our now 11th CD I will be talking about today. Album, CD, whatever. Next, we have Machines of Loving Grace with Concentration, released in 1993. I believe I already did talk about this album in part 1, so my favorite song off of it is Albert Speer. And I already said I ranked this album at 10 out of 10. And this is with the original lineup of Machines of Love. This album was recorded with the original lineup of Machines of Loving Grace. So yeah, okay. So next, I believe I also talked about this one in part 1. This album is Prick, self-titled by Prick. Released in it came out in 1995. Sorry if if dropping CDs upsets you, or if dropping records I'm sorry, but shit happens. I mean, it's my YouTube channel. I don't really give a shit. So like I already said, go do something else, or go watch something else if you don't want to watch this. I don't care. But if you do like this video, then please feel free to, of course, like, subscribe, comment, etc. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you want to do, or X, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, anyways, this is Prick, self-titled, released in 1995, and my favorite song off of this one is Animal, which was featured in the Fear movie soundtrack. The movie Fear came out in 1996. So yeah, I believe this was actually a radio hit, or yeah, like a somewhat of a radio hit. I mean, it wasn't like playing everywhere, but it did get some airplay. So yeah, they also had a music video for it. I believe it's still on YouTube. So yeah, I'll give this album a good 7.5 out of 10. Kevin McMahon, this is his band technically. And he was the reason why they sound so much like Nine Inch Nails is obviously because Kevin McMahon, for those of you who don't know, was close friends with Trent Reznor, and yeah, that's that. All right, next we have Bile with Sex Reflex, released originally in 2000, and there was a reissue version which came out in 2003, but this is the original 2000 version. As you can see, actually, yeah, this says 1999 through 2000, so I guess that's when they were working on it, basically. And then, like I already said last night, my favorite song off of this is the title track, Sex Reflex, but I also really like Betty Page, and League, Double Fang, When the Dead Come Home, There Is No You and Me, and yeah, this is Bile. This is the album that actually like got me into Bile. This is one of the two that are on Spotify. The other one is actually Regurge, which is on Spotify. The rest, to clarify with you all, the rest of Bile's albums are the rest of their material outside of Spotify is on YouTube, such as Suck Pump and Techno Whore, etc. So yeah, no, and then I'll give this album again good 10 out of 10. I mean, have to do it justice. So yeah. Shout out to Christoph of Bile, which inspired my stage name for Since the Scales, Christo Roo. So yeah. Next we have Extreme, self-titled, released in 1989. I've already talked about a bit last night. My actual favorite album by these guys is Porno Graffiti, or Extreme 2, as it's also known. These are the same guys that are responsible for Get the Funk Out, if you know that song. So yeah, this is their debut album before Porno Graffiti, and then obviously before Three Sides to Every Story, which is also pretty good. But their first two albums, including this one, are their best, in my opinion, especially Porno Graffiti. This is my second favorite next to that one. But yeah, Kid Ego is a fucking monster banger of a track. So yeah, I was actually just recently re-listening to this a little bit again. So 8 out of 10. This good old 80s, glam metal / funk metal, funk metal, or whatever. Kind of pop rockish, but they're more leaning towards like funk metal and glam metal, hair metal, whatever you want to call it. So yeah. Next, I already showed you guys this one last night as well. This is Regurge by Bile, A Bucket of Bile, basically just their greatest hits album. With, of course, I mean, off of this one, my favorite is actually, yeah, Sex Reflex, and then it also has Techno Whore, You're an Effing Loser, I Reject, all those good songs. But I don't know why the way this track listed, the way they ordered the track list. Sorry for stuttering. I do that sometimes. They ordered the track list on here. Betty Page is my favorite, just because the specific way they ordered it, how they put it together, essentially. But yeah, again, just 10 out of 10 for this one. On to the next, we have My Sister's Machine, Diva, which is like a grunge metal, alternative metal grunge album from 1992, released in 1992. My favorite song is the final track, the title track, also the final 10th song on the album, Diva. And actually 9 out of 10 for this one. It's amazing. So yeah. Next, we have Power Man 5000 with Mega Kung Fu Radio, released, of course, in 1997. My favorite two songs, number one being Organized and number two being Standing 8. Although the title track is also really good. Of course, 20 Miles to Texas, 25 Miles to Hell is cool. I mean, the whole album is great. So yeah, I have to give it a 8.8 out of 10. Actually, I might actually favor this one a little bit over Tonight the Stars Revolt, just because, you know, I guess, again, the style of it is just slightly different. So yeah, kind of like I was also talking about Spine Shanks, Strictly Diesel. That's kind of the same reason why I prefer that album over The Height of Callousness, because like I feel like it's more of like a proper length LP, you know, like 42 minutes or so. So yeah, and then I was talking about that one, Strictly Diesel. I also have. I don't need to pull it out really right now, but I guess. But I'd rank that one at, of course, a 10 out of 10 too. It's my favorite Spine Shank album, and my favorite track off of it would be While My Guitar Gently Weeps. So yeah. Next, we have Sinister, or Sinistar, however you want to pronounce it. My favorite songs off of this one are Freak of Nature, Porcelain, and First Day of Nowhere. Although Electric is also really good, and then Clear Plastic is also okay, I guess. But this album I give, again, another solid 8 out of 10. It's not bad at all. But yeah, if you're into like bands like Crossbreed, you know, stuff like that, Crossbreed, Dope, Rob Zombie, Bile, even Chimera, yeah, you definitely dig these. And then another band that also sounds like them is Switched, because they also play in Drop A. Chimera also plays in Drop A tuning. So yeah, but yeah, very underrated. This is their only album, unfortunately, but yeah, again, released in 2001. So yeah. Anyways, Chimera, This Present Darkness from 2000. Again, my favorite song off of this is track 13, which is technically ghosted on this track list here, but yeah, it's called Empty. And I gotta give this one also a 10 out of 10. Because it's fucking Chimera. You can't really go wrong with him. Then we have My Sister's Machine. Again, this is their second album, technically. Also their final album, Wallflower, released in 1993. Actually was Diva. Yeah, Diva was released in 92. They came out with this the very next year. So yeah, Inside of Me, of course, is good, but my favorite song, if I had to pick one, would be Broken Land. And then Empty Room is good, Enemy, and yeah, just a very overlooked grunge / metal band. No, that this is not an industrial band, although it might seem that way by the cover of this album. But I mean, yeah, this is probably the most underrated Seattle grunge band, technically. I believe they're from Seattle. I could be wrong about that, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. But anyways, I'd rank this album at a, again, just a 7 out of 10, I guess. I prefer Diva over this one. I mean, this one is still good, but yeah. All right, so that's it for this YouTube video, and I'll see y'all next time. Like I said, I'm putting links in the description if you want to check those out. I already talked about them, what I'll be putting the links, like including my Instagram and Twitter /X. So yeah, I'll see y'all later. This is Rue signing out, and have a good one. Bye.